Now, I briefly went through this last lesson. We started talking about inequalities, and I sort of introduced this idea of solving them, right? Now, why do we want to solve them? Well, I think you guys are a bit confused, like, what is the point of these inequalities? And I was trying to think about what things that you might see where inequalities are involved. Does anyone know what the DKT is?
Am I supposed to write that?
No, I don't have to write this down. Yeah, it's the driver's knowledge test. Has anyone 16 yet? Has anyone actually sat the driver's knowledge test? Have they got their L's or you got it?
I didn't test something.
And these kind of ranges of numbers, and we can describe these with inequalities. Anytime you see under, what kind of inequality are you thinking there? Less than, yeah. So your age, if it was like A, less than 25. What about at least? What's that kind of inequality?
Equal to or less than.
Well, if I need to get at least 12.
Or more than.
Greater than or equal to, right? So to get correct, let's say C, greater than or equal to 12, right? We can see that these inequalities help us describe these kinds of terminology or these kinds of wordings. And you could just read it, yeah, but you remember when we were looking at those complicated word problems, right? To describe things mathematically means I can actually solve things. I can find unknown things. And that's what you want to think about when we're looking at solving inequalities. We're finding an unknown number that works. Now, for the most part, we can actually treat these just like our normal equations. Rips, can you tell me, usually for normal equations, when I'm trying to solve things, what am I trying to do with my variable? What am I trying to do with it? Like,
X is less than 3.
find what it is, right? How do I go about that? What do I really want to be thinking about here?
Take the 2 out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I want to try and get it by itself, right? So just think about opposite operations here. Opposite of addition is just...
I did that one.
What was it, Chloe? What did you get?
Minus.
Yeah, it's opposite of addition is just subtraction, so it's minus 2 from both sides. X is less than 3. Now, these ones actually ask you to graph them, okay? So I'm just going to draw I should get my ruler out here. Be a good student. Yeah, it's not the best. What you want to do, just to start by graphing them, you just see what number is important here. I've got a 3, I'll just draw the numbers around it. Joel, because of this symbol here, which circle do I want to be using? Yeah, the open one, because it's less than. I can't be equal to that. Now, some of you remember a little trick. Corey, what was the trick that you remember, like, remember which way the arrow goes?
It's the before.
Yeah, so the arrow that you draw will be the same direction as this inequality sign here, right? You can just draw the line out as the same shape as that inequality symbol, or you can just think about, okay, I want the numbers less than 3, that's going to be 2, 1, and so on and so forth. That's it, that's all you have to do. You solve inequality like a normal equation, and then you can just graph it, just like you usually do. What's question 2 asking for now?
A minus 3 is...
Yeah, greater than, right? Because remember which one's bigger? This one's bigger here. Greater than or equal to? 4, right? Okay, so again, same idea, Harry. What do I want to do with this A? I want to get it by itself, right? How can I do that? Just add 3 to both sides, right? So I'm going to get A is greater than or equal to 7. I'm not going to use a ruler here because I'm efficient. Jake. Can you tell me, because I've got the line underneath now, which circle do I want to be using? Yeah, the one that's filled in, right? Because I want that value, I want 7. I'll just draw in my numbers here. There we go, all the way. And then, yeah, I want all the numbers that are bigger than 7, so that's all on this side, just like that. And I can check, okay, this arrow is the same shape as that inequality, so I know I've got it right. This one here, how can I get the variable by itself though? It's a bit different, isn't it? So yeah? Yeah, opposite operations, this is 3 times m. I want to divide both sides by 3. You get 8 over 3. Now you might be thinking, okay, how do I put that on a number line? Well, yeah, when you put it in your calculator, what did you get, Chloe?
I can do it.
Alright, check it for me.
Also, you wouldn't know. Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be like 2 points.
2.67.
Okay, 2.67. What I would do is, okay, it's in between 2 and 3, somewhere there, I don't have to be exact with it. I know it's going to be somewhere in between 2 and 3. I'll just put on 8 over 3 there. Okay. And again, I'm looking at which circle I want. Freya, for this one, which circle do I want here?
The colored.
Yeah, I want the coloured in one. And I'm just going to draw above 8 over 3. And Jacinta,
Yes.
which way do I want to draw my arrow?
This way.
Yeah, right. I want all the numbers that are bigger than 8 on 3. So it's just going to go that way, and the arrow is still the same shape. Okay.